Manchester United nil, Man City nil, and let's face it, an absolutely poor game. It is one for me. It is one of the worst derbies I've seen in recent times. In fact, one of the worst games I've seen is in recent times. This is the match review. As you can see, 0-0 it has ended, and in the whole of the game, I can only think of two real incidents, you can say. Well, first one was Mahrez's first, half chance. He should have scored that, but David De Gea didn't commit. Was clever about his positioning, and straight at David De Gea. The second half, Marcus Rashford had a penalty. Unfortunately, just an incident before that, he got ruled out because he was offside, which was the correct decision. Aside from that, guys, nothing happened. So let's have a look at the teams, right? So Manchester United went for what seemed like a diamond, like 4-1-2-1-2. However, it did seem like it turned into a bit of a 4-2-3-1 or something like that, because we had Pogba and Bruno Fernandes kind of playing in that wing position, but they're not in wingers position, like out wide on their midfield position. I don't know how you describe it. If you play Football Manager, it's Mezzala. That's how you describe it. But ultimately, nothing has happened. There's nothing really to talk about. I'm just gonna say this straight away, right? Maguire was probably my man of the match. I thought he had a decent game. He had a good game. He won a lot of his aerial battles as expected. He was assertive. He had made a couple of important challenges, in my opinion. Aside from that, nothing much has happened. I did run a poll just before the game has started. I did say that, what's your score predictions? Thanks to everyone that's voted. As you can see, everyone kind of went for a Manchester United win. However, the 20% went for a draw. Well done to you. Excellent prediction for you. As well as my YouTube community tab, I did put up that same question. Thanks again to everyone that's voted in. As you can see, Man City winning, Manchester United winning, poised at 50-50. None of them voted for a draw. Unfortunately, it has ended up in a draw. What does that look for the table? As you can see, the table now looks like this. We are on 20 points, 4 points behind the top spot, which is decent anyway. Man City on 19 points. And nothing much has changed aside from the fact that we've gained the point. And is it a well-deserved point? I think now the teams deserved to lose based on the performance today. I think both teams came in for a draw. Preserve it. I think what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United was thinking was Man City is going to push up top and we are going to counter-attack them. Like in the past. However, Pep Guardiola, which is surprising for me, Pep Guardiola came out with a very sort of conservative, defensive approach to the game. It wasn't a derby really. There was no harrying or pressing or passion, nothing. It was just a normal game. It's as if a game where we're happy with a 0-0 draw. And that was it. That was literally it. One of the worst games I've seen in recent memory. Certainly one of the worst derbies ever that I've seen. In terms of the teams, look, I'm not in agreement that Paul Pogba has started, and I'm because Donny van der Beek sat there on the bench, and as you can see, both teams only made one substitution. If they were tired, then they should have made more substitutions, if that makes sense. I don't understand why both the clubs have held back their substitutions. It doesn't make sense for me, right? Paul Pogba, I don't agree why he started in the derby. I don't agree. I'm old school. You can change my mind. You can't change my mind, actually. Should have been Donny van der Beek, and I felt sorry for him. Not even a substitute appearance for Donny van der Beek. In terms of the lineup itself, the squad, I felt it was more like energy conservations, or however you wanna decide. But there was a lot of tired legs out there in Manchester United ranks towards the end. Again, no substitutions came in to kind of add fresh legs aside from Anthony Martial. At one point, Luke Shaw, it did seem like he picked up an injury, but it wasn't an injury. He just ran out of breath. So at that point, I felt that at least bring on Alex Telles, right? Because he would have provided some sort of oomph to the game. But it was a very strange derby, an extremely strange derby, to have both teams, especially Man City, with all the attacking pedigree they have, the approach of games they have, to not even attack. Like, there was nothing to talk about in the game. Ultimately, both teams went for the draw, got their 1 points, and we move on. And that's it, guys. That's literally it. There's literally nothing went on to the game, like nothing. There was not even there was only 2 minutes added on in after the second half. But is it the worst derby you've seen? Let me know in the comments below. I did predict we're gonna win 1-0, ended up becoming 0-0. Draw, commendable draw. I mean, I'll take a point. After a midweek result, but we're at home. We should have done something. It looks like Marcus Rashford is still carrying an injury. There was a couple of runs he could have easily made. A couple of touches didn't go well. Ultimately, what a crap game, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. And as always, I catch you guys in the next upload. And stay farafari.